Hi, this is Priscilla with CrossFit 1088 and welcome to part 5 of our 7-part kettlebell series, where every episode I show you an exercise that can make your workouts more effective by using a kettlebell. This episode's exercise is the kettlebell snatch, and we're going to spend quite a bit of time going through the different parts of the snatch because unlike the first 4, this one is a little bit more complicated, and I want to make sure that you understand how to set up for it, how to do the movement, and how to do it safely. So let's go ahead and dive into the setup. I'm going to take my kettlebell and I'm going to straddle it. I'm going to put it back by my heels here. The arm that I'm not going to use is going to go behind me. So this is a one-armed movement. The arm that I am going to use is going to hold that kettlebell and it's going to be straight. And notice that my back is very flat, my butt is back. You may not be able to see that here, but you will from the side, and that my knees are bent. So that chest is forward, the abs are tight, tucked in, and I'm ready to pull. From here, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to pull that kettlebell up. And notice that my elbow is leading the way. So I'm keeping that kettlebell really close to my body, and my hips are going to go completely straight. From here, I'm going to turn over that kettlebell and I'm going to punch it into the ceiling, and I'm going to hop at the same time. It's all one movement. And when I punch it, it's going to allow my arm obviously to lock out, and that kettlebell is going to end up on the back of my arm. But when you punch, it won't allow that kettlebell to flop over and to smash your forearm. And that's really important because if you've ever done these and it flops and smashes your arm, and then the next day you have these bruises on your arms, it's just no fun. But if you get into the rhythm of punching that kettlebell up, that won't happen to you, or it won't be as likely to happen to you. So let me show you the movement all the way through. Looks like this. So it's one movement all the way up. And it works both sides. So here's the other side. And guess what? My left arm, this side is not as coordinated. So you're going to see I'm a little more floppy on that side. It's very common, right, that one of our arms is stronger, more stable, and then the other side is just, the other side. That's actually one of the beauties of this exercise, is that it forces you to use both sides of your body. And I'll tell you that I've gotten better. It used to be worse than it is now. So it does help. It may not completely eliminate the fact that you have a stronger, more stable side than the other, but it certainly will help you have both sides with a certain amount of strength and a certain amount of coordination. So what I want you to do when you first start this movement is I want you to go really light. My ladies typically start 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and my guys might be 20, 25 pounds. Ladies, you want to work up to 35 pounds at some point, and guys, you want to work up to 55 pounds, but initially just start with something easy that you can move so that you can get the form done correctly, and then you can add weight. What I want you to do first, before you even take that kettlebell all the way over your head, is I just want you to do some pulls, and they would look like this. Pull, pull, and I'm just getting in the habit of pulling my elbow up. So you're going to do 2 pulls and then 1 full snatch, and it'll look like this. Here's that first one, the second one, and then I turn it over. And that way I've already got my body used to being in this track, and I just simply have to turn my arm over. And then you would work the other side. 2 pulls, and then pull it up. And then you'll have to figure out, is that less coordinated side able to handle the weight? And I'll tell you that most of my clients, when they first start this, it's awkward and they try to make it into 2 movements. You want to try to get 1 movement all the way up, and when you finish, your arm is locked out and it's right by your ear. Hips are straight, arms are straight, and that way you're finished with the movement. When you're done with the movement, how do you get it back down? What you'll want to do is bring your elbows straight down, the kettlebell will be on the side, and then you just simply let that kettlebell come in front of the body. So it look like this. I've done my snatch. I'm just simply going to bring that elbow straight down, and then the kettlebell comes in front of me and back down. At that point, I'm ready to switch, go to the other side, elbow comes straight down, kettlebell comes in front of the body. And that way we never have this idea of, is the kettlebell going to hit me in the face? Is it going to smash me in the shoulder? It's always controlled and come down in front of the body. When you do this regularly, or mostly in our classes, we alternate sides. So it would look like this. And I'm adding that hop, right? The heavier that weight is, the more of a hop you need. So here they are alternating. And then as promised, let me show you this from the side. So you can see that I'm hinged forward, that hand is back, butt's back, chest is forward, coming all the way up. Switching. And that is the kettlebell snatch. So start light. Make sure that other hand is behind you. Almost like pulling your shirt off, that kettlebell's coming up in front. Practice those pulls. Then go into the kettlebell extension, punching that kettlebell to the ceiling. Elbow down as you're bringing the kettlebell back down and in front of the body. And then you switch sides and you go to the other arm. I want you to try this exercise. You can start with just doing 1 on each side, and then you can do 4, and then you can do 6 and 8, and use like a 2 increased ladder, and go through some of these kettlebell snatches until it starts to feel a little more familiar to you, where you're getting that full movement all in one piece. And then you can post a comment and tell us how that's working for you. But that is the kettlebell snatch. Stay tuned next week where we've got a different exercise for you.